In the vast expanse of the Milky Way, where stars burned like eternal beacons and nebulae swirled in cosmic dances, the Galactic Federation teetered on the brink of annihilation. For centuries, the Federation had united hundreds of species under a banner of fragile peace, forged in the fires of ancient wars. Planets like Zorath Prime, with its crystalline spires piercing the violet skies, and the aquatic worlds of Aquilon, where bioluminescent cities floated beneath endless oceans, had pooled their knowledge and resources to stand against common threats. But now, a shadow loomed larger than any before: the Void Swarm. The Void Swarm was no ordinary enemy. Born from the dark voids between galaxies, they were a hive mind of biomechanical horrors, ships that pulsed with organic veins, warriors that adapted to any weapon, and a relentless hunger that devoured entire star systems. Their origins were shrouded in mystery. Some whispered they were the remnants of a long-extinct civilization's failed experiment. Others believed they were entropy incarnate, the universe's way of reclaiming its chaos. Whatever their source, they had swept through the outer rims, consuming colonies and fleets with terrifying efficiency. The Federation's last hope had been the Sentinel Fleet, an armada commanded by Admiral Kael-Tor of the Zorathians. Kael-Tor was a legend, a towering figure with iridescent scales that shifted colors with his emotions, eyes like polished obsidian that had seen 1,000 battles. His fleet, bolstered by the finest technology from across the stars, plasma cannons from the forge worlds of Ignis, shield generators from the quantum labs of Nebula 7, had been the galaxy's bulwark. For months, they held the line at the Battle of Epsilon Rift, where the void between stars became a graveyard of twisted metal and frozen corpses. But hope died in a blaze of quantum fire. The swarm adapted, their ships morphing to phase through shields, their drones burrowing into hulls like parasitic worms. Kael-Tor's final transmission echoed through the Federation's comms network: "The swarm, unbreakable. We fall for the light." His flagship, the Eternal Vigil, erupted in a supernova of energy, taking a swarm cluster with it. The Sentinel Fleet was gone, scattered ashes in the cosmic wind. Panic rippled through the galaxy. Worlds fortified their defenses, alliances fractured as species hoarded resources, and whispers of surrender filled the ether. On the distant, unassuming planet of Earth, humanity watched from the sidelines. Isolated by choice and circumstance, Earth had long been dismissed by the Federation as a backwater world. Humans were seen as primitive, still bound to their single blue marble, squabbling over petty borders, their technology rudimentary compared to the stars' wonders. The Federation had made contact centuries ago, during Earth's early space age, but deemed them unready for full membership. "Let them evolve," the elders had said. "They're children playing with fire." But Earth had evolved in the shadows. Hidden from galactic eyes, humanity's ingenuity flourished. Secret projects buried in lunar craters and Antarctic bunkers birthed breakthroughs. Fusion drives that bent space-time, neural interfaces linking minds to machines, and weapons that harnessed dark matter. The United Earth Command, UEC, a clandestine alliance of nations, had prepared for the stars not as conquerors, but as survivors. They monitored the Federation's broadcasts, learning, adapting, waiting. Dr. Elena Vesquez, a brilliant astrophysicist with raven hair streaked by years of stress and eyes that held the depth of black holes, was the architect of Earth's response. In her underground lab beneath the Himalayas, she pored over intercepted signals. "The swarm is coming," she told the UEC Council, her voice steady despite the holographic displays flickering with doom. "The Federation is broken. If we don't act, Earth will be next." The Council, a mix of generals, scientists, and diplomats from every continent, debated fiercely. General Marcus Hale, a grizzled veteran with scars from Earth's last World War, pounded the table. "We're not ready. Our fleet is untested. We send our ships, and we leave Earth defenseless." But Elena countered, "Isolation is death. The swarm doesn't discriminate. We have the Phoenix Protocol, our ace in the void." The Phoenix Protocol was Earth's secret weapon, a fleet of stealth vessels, the Phoenix-class starships, equipped with adaptive AI that learned from enemies in real time. Unlike the Federation's rigid tech, Earth's was fluid, inspired by nature, swarm intelligence from ant colonies, regeneration from starfish. At the heart was the neural core, a collective mind linking pilots across ships, allowing instantaneous coordination. As the Council voted, narrowly in favor, Earth mobilized. Factories hummed in orbit, assembling the fleet. Pilots like Captain Liam Chen, a young ace from Beijing with a knack for impossible maneuvers, trained in simulations that mimicked the swarm's chaos. "This isn't just about survival," Liam said to his squad. "It's about showing the galaxy what humans are made of." Word of Earth's awakening spread through hidden channels. A Federation envoy, a diminutive being from the avian world of Etheria named Lyra, arrived in secret. Her feathers shimmered like oil on water as she addressed the UEC. "You primitives? How can you help where legends failed?" Elena smiled. "Watch us." The middle of the story unfolded in the crucible of battle. The swarm advanced on the core worlds, their tendrils reaching for Zorith Prime. The remnants of the Federation fleet, a ragtag assembly under Vice Admiral Sarah Voss, a serpentine strategist from Aquilon, prepared a desperate stand. "We fight to the last," Sarah broadcasted, her voice bubbling like underwater echoes. Earth's Phoenix fleet launched from the Sol System's edge, cloaked in quantum shadows. As they warped into the fray at Zoritha's orbit, the galaxy held its breath. The swarm's vanguard, massive leviathans with maws that swallowed frigates whole, descended. Federation ships fired valiantly, but the swarm adapted, their hulls regenerating faster than damage could accrue. Then, the Phoenixes revealed themselves. Captain Chen's ship, the Resolute, led the charge. "Neural link engaged," he announced, his mind merging with the fleet's AI. Thoughts flowed like electricity. Evade left, target weak points, adapt shields. The Phoenixes danced through the swarm, their dark matter lances piercing adaptive armor. Where Federation weapons failed, Earth's learned, analyzing swarm biology mid-battle, countering with viral nanites that disrupted hive signals. But victory was no foregone conclusion. The swarm countered viciously. A leviathan latched onto the Resolute, its tendrils burrowing into the hull. Alarms blared as crew fought off boarding drones, nightmarish amalgamations of metal and flesh. Liam, strapped into his neural chair, felt the pain of his ship like his own wounds. "Hold the line," he screamed, overriding systems to vent plasma into the intruder. Back on Earth, Elena monitored from her lab, her team scrambling to upload patches. "They're evolving too fast," she muttered, fingers flying over holographic keyboards. A breakthrough came from an unlikely source: ancient Earth myths. Inspired by Phoenix legends, they programmed a self-sacrifice protocol. Ships could detonate their cores to emit an EMP wave, stunning swarm clusters. In the heat of battle, losses mounted. The Federation's Aqua Guardian exploded under swarm fire, taking Sarah Voss with it. Lyra, now aboard a Phoenix vessel, fought alongside humans, her sonic weapons shattering drone swarms. "You fight like stars reborn," she admitted, respect dawning in her avian eyes. The turning point came at the Nebula Veil, a dense cloud of gas, where visibility was nil. The swarm thrived in chaos, but Earth's AI pierced the veil with sonar like pulses borrowed from dolphins. Liam's squad ambushed a swarm queen ship, the hive's nerve center. "This is for Kael'tor," Liam whispered, launching a barrage. The queen thrashed, its psychic screams echoing through neural links, causing pilots to clutch their heads in agony. Elena, linked remotely, pushed through the pain. "Upload the virus now." The nanites infiltrated, rewriting the queen's code. The swarm faltered, drones drifting aimlessly as the hive mind fractured. Yet the cost was high. Half the Phoenix fleet lay in ruins. Brave souls like Lieutenant Aisha Patel, an engineer from Mumbai who jury-rigged a shield to save her comrades, perished in the void. Grief weighed heavy, but resolve burned brighter. As the swarm retreated, licking its wounds into the dark, the galaxy exhaled. Zorith Prime stood, its spires intact. Federation survivors hailed Earth as saviors. The primitives, the hope, Lyra broadcasted galaxy-wide. In the ending, peace negotiations began on neutral ground, a station orbiting a pulsar, where time itself seemed to pulse. Elena represented Earth, standing tall among alien dignitaries. "We didn't come to conquer," she said. "We came to unite." The Federation, humbled, offered full membership. Humans brought their ingenuity, adaptive tech, resilient spirit to rebuild. Captain Chun, scarred but alive, returned to Earth a hero. Gazing at the blue planet from orbit, he reflected, "We were the last hope they never knew they had." But whispers lingered. The swarm wasn't destroyed, merely repelled. In hidden labs, Elena prepared for the next wave. "The galaxy's story isn't over," she said. "And neither is ours." Earth had responded, and the stars would never forget.